Well, hello, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
I'm looking at a well caffeinated chat. And like, there's coffee going everywhere. Like, be careful, people. Be careful. Like, this is like the coffee's brewing. I don't know. It's been a kind of a chill Sunday for me. What about you,
It's been a
Juju?
really good Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's been kind of, it's been a kind of chill weekend for me in general. Like we had some fun last night. That was fun. I had some fun with Mrs. Cassandra and Mousy and Always Grateful and of course Brother Bob. Yeah.
I do love when Brother Bob shows up.
I do. He's like I love his sermons on mayhem. He's just like listen. I want that kind of happiness for everybody and comfortableness in who they are. Like I really do. I want to spread that all over the internet. It was kind of yeah. I love it. I love it. But it's a shame some people don't get it. They don't get the humor of it, you know. But like I always say, sorry, not sorry. The butt hurt need not reply because like I'm not in control of your humor meters, people. Like that's on you. Like I'm sorry. Like I never said I was a comedian, and that like I really feel like I don't owe you any explanation as to how weird my humor is. You
Well,
get it or you
with
don't.
my humor, I just try and make myself laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, if anyone comes along, I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I never claimed to be anything but a person with a mic. I'm a little weird. I'm a nerd. I'm an asshole most of the time. Like I don't know how more honest I could be about it. Like, yep, that's it.
I wouldn't call you an asshole.
Oh, I could be an asshole. Yeah, I can. I can be. I am that asshole. Like uh, my friends tell me, that one thing you never want anybody to talk about in a group in a Discord, like that you need like everybody to be really civil and decorum about. Yeah, that'll be the one thing Bear brings up like every damn time. Like, yeah, I'm that asshole. Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah. Like,
That's
I
true. I do have a good friend who calls me an asshole on a regular basis.
yeah, like I own it though. At least I'm honest about it. I'm not pretending to be anything else but me. But regardless of what everybody says about it, and this seems like the more me I am, the more they decide I'm not. So I don't know.
I
I'm
just
glad.
figure I'm a love me or hate me person. You
Yeah,
choose.
yeah.
That's your
Mhm.
issue, not mine.
And you know what? I kind of give both of them the same weight. Like it don't affect how I deal with anything, whether you love me or hate me. They don't. It. I'm just come from a place now that, especially with YouTube, it can be it could be a very precarious place to be if you're living in your fields. Let's put it that way. Um, you kind of have to step aside from it and see it for what it is. And for me, it's a hobby, and I love to do it, and I love that some people want to share it with me or appreciate it or get some enjoyment out of it or some information or it helps them with their hobby or how they like to pass their time. And I'm all for all of that. But I'm just doing what I like and what I feel comes from me. I'm not really doing it to do anything else. Like I don't want to be like a million subscribers. It's nice to have people like you, but it's not my mission. I mean, if that was my mission, I'd have to change everything, huh? Cuz
Well,
like
yeah, I think Mousy and I have talked about this a lot. And we're like, do what you love and what interests you, and the right people will find you.
yeah, they say that there's a place for everybody on the internet, um, whether it be YouTube or Twitch or Kick or whatever you're doing out here on social medias. There's a place for you, you know. Um, but it will find you when you're actually being you and what
Genuine.
you need and genuine. It will all just come to you like a magnet, I guess. I know that sounds a little woke, which I'm not, but
Well,
but I mean,
I
really.
can lean a little hippie, so
Yeah, that's okay. But when I say I'm not woke, I mean it both ways. Like I barely got a full cup of coffee in me already. Like I did have a couple shrimp, so I've been proteined. Yeah,
I will
I'm
tell
gonna
you,
stay
I
awake.
slept late today and I had to go look at my phone to see what day it was.
Ah, that's a good weekend. Actually, I was so chill. It might. some people may find this quite amusing because I have no hand-eye coordination. Like I'm really bad, and I'm not a gamer. But that's what I did all weekend. I gamed. I watched gaming streams, and I was on gaming streams, and I played games. I just chilled all weekend. Like I didn't really, besides doing the stream last night, which was great because it was kind of laid back. I mean, we did have some opinions about things because that always happens if you trigger me with something that I really have strong opinions on. I just can't keep my mouth shut.
I do like your channel because sometimes I enjoy a good rile. I'm like, I'll come over here and listen to what Claire's talking about.
Yeah, you're usually the one going, stay on that soapbox. I'm always like, I'm sorry about the soapbox, people. Let me get down. You're like, no, stay up there. You're not done yet. Go on.
I know. I'm like,
so
keep
helpful.
saying it.
I'm done. You're like, no, don't apologize. Get up there. I'm like, no. Like, really, that's a little hard for people to take sometimes. But I have opinions.
I like an opinionated woman.
Oh, did you, Mrs. Cassandra? You might be one of the few blessed not to have your ears ringing because I think I was a bit much. Well, and it was like, you know, that stream I like because we actually usually point at the ridiculous of stuff, but we do have opinions about some of the stuff that goes on YouTube and social medias in general. But usually the larger accounts, what we call influencers and stuff, we're not looking to go after like just the people out here doing whatever the smaller accounts doing, like nothing like that. But it's usually something funny, like a hook. But like last night, everything that like had a hook just seemed a little serious. There was like a serious angle to everything in some way.
Yeah, there really was.
Yeah, it might have been me, because I'm like, usually Chris Chan will make me laugh because, like, just the ridiculousness of the whole scenario. Although some terrible things happen that are tragic, and I get that, but the dark humor in me just wants to laugh my ass off all the time about it. And even, some of the other things we talked about, although they're not funny, there's like irony and hypocrisy in just like, the ridiculousness of situations sometimes that might trigger my humor.
Do you ever wonder how those people really are, like behind closed doors, if you were having dinner with them, like how they can, if they're buying what they're selling, or if they get off the internet and just laugh at people?
I think they would have to. I think. Oh, you mean the ones that come out there and are just like, oh, all right. Let's just say we'll take one example. Let's just say because everybody does it, we'll just pick Chris Chan because at this point they should have a very thick skin and just not be listening to anybody. So safely say, let's just say Chris Chan. You look at it, it's almost like a cartoon figure, right? Because you can't even believe it's a real person anymore with the ridiculousness of the behavior and the things that they do. And yeah, so I get what you're saying. You're wondering if, like, behind the doors, he's laughing, like, "Oh, they fell for it."
Yeah, sometimes I'll watch people and I'll go, "Is this an act? Like, I don't. This can't be." And maybe that's just me trying to protect myself and be like, the world is not filled with.
Yeah, it's just.
Or like Andrew Tate is a good one. I'm like, or have they said their lies so many times that they believe their lies now?
Well, here's the thing. I think that Andrew Tate is a bit smart in how he uses PR and image, and deniability. I think he's pretty crafty, but I can't, for my own sanity, I choose to believe that Andrew Tate doesn't believe the shit he's selling.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm like, I'm just protecting myself. I'm like, no, I think he like gets off the internet and they're in his backyard grilling and just being like, man, these dum-dums are eating it up and we're getting rich off it.
Yeah, here's a good question. Hello, D Rabbits. Nice to see you. Hey, Wrecker. Nice to see you too. Thank you for the otters and the strawberries. Everybody, it is important to feed the otters when you bring them in because we have a friend that comes over once in a while who's a strawberry, and the otters get like hungry and go after him. We don't want that to happen. They have to be well fed at all times. So if you wonder why there's always strawberries with the otters, that's it. Because we don't want our strawberry friend to get eaten. Well, hey, rabbits, listen. He said stuff happening on the internet. What did I miss? We want to know that too, because like we're up here and we have no idea what's been going on at all. Nothing. It's
Uh, I
it's so
do have to
quiet.
say, I do owe you an apology.
Me?
Yeah. Um,
Why? Wait, you're gonna
because
apologize to me? Uh-oh. What'd you do?
because I laughed at and teased you and got mad at you a little for your oh whoa activities and all the alerts I was getting.
Oh, that's don't apologize because actually you don't know a lot about Discord. Let's be honest. She was a Discord newbie, and I forgot to tell her how to mute. On the same day that she joined the Discord, I started an OWO room and there were 1,000 notifications because I'm OWO addicted. This true. The internet now knows. Thank you, Juju. Now you owe me an apology for outing me on YouTube about my OWO addiction.
But
Okay,
wait, I'm not done because now I have to out myself.
okay, go
I
ahead.
joined another server and I'm like, man, these people over here oh whoaing, so irritating. Well, guess what game they play over there? They play a fishing game,
Uh-huh.
and I've been lured into it, and I'm like, oh no, oh no. I'm like,
Hmm.
I see why Claire does it now.
But what I did is it's actually a good thing. Like I actually restructured the whole Discord. You'd be proud of me. I don't know a lot about Discord. Like I created one when I started my channel and I knew nothing. But I have some very smart friends and very smart help that are my mods and they've been like they teach me by letting me do it. Like they just tell me how things should be and then I do it. Like they don't do it for me, which is the best way to learn. Like you have to do it. So I was talking to them, and actually now OWO is just a permissions room. Like that, if you play the game, you just tell me, and I'll give you permission to go into the room where you can play. But from now on, anybody who joins the server does not see it or hear it because like, it's traumatic. And I learned my lesson because poor Juju, what a welcome. 1,000 posts like within 24 hours. Like she was like, oh, I knew I couldn't do this shit. Like, what are you doing to me? Like, what are you doing to me? I'm like, oh, did I not tell you how to right click and mute? Oh, I'm sorry.
I know. Well, and I was in a chat, and your things, the notifications would come up over where I was chatting. And I'm like, stop, get out of OWO immediately, Claire. You're driving me crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rabbits, I need more OWO friends. Like anybody who in the Discord, all of you people, like there's 100 of you in there. Anybody that OWOs or Pokemons, let me know. I'll put you in the room. I only have a few people in there. And anybody else, just so you know, Discord privileges have not changed for anyone, but I have restructured roles and rooms. So if I messed up and you're not seeing something you normally see or had activity with or associated with, please let me know. It's nothing personal. I'm Discord dumb. I'm telling YouTube that right now. And I wasn't intentional. Like I'm just moving stuff around. Mousy, let me introduce you to Owo over in my Discord. Like, boo, I will teach you how to play. I need some Owo friends. Like, come on.
Oh no! Now you
And,
got the mouse it on it.
mm-hmm. Oh, Waddle, yes. I'm rabbits. I'm trying to get it all in there. I did get the reminder bot. I got the snarky one that talks back to you. This damn thing. I tell it to remind me to do something with the games, and it's like, yeah, Claire Bear, your ass. Like, sure, like make me work. And I'm like, yes, bot, just do it. Like, what do you? I actually sit there, Juju, and I talk to the damn bot. I actually answer it.
See, I appreciate whoever coded that bot, though. They have a good sense of humor.
I do. I wanted that bot. When I saw that bot, I wanted it so bad. I said, that's my kind of bot. Like, I need that bot. I do. I do. You know who you need to ask? The warden. Uh, the warden and I are friends, like, but she has her own OWO room. She got me addicted. Actually, it's not her fault though, you know. I do. I play with both of them over there. We do quests and stuff, but like, mm.
I didn't even know what OWO was.
Huh?
And that's all that was on my computer for like 2 days. I'm like,
It's
can
like a little
anyone
battle
help
game.
me? Like, why is this happening?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that, but you don't owe me an apology because if I got 1,000 if I got 1,000 notifications the day that I joined the Discord, like I think I would have said a lot more than you did. Like I would have been like I would have went right to them and go, "What the whatever." You were kind of nice about it. And I was trying to show you like right click, mute. You can you can mute the server, you can mute a room. I would suggest muting the room. But it wasn't just you either. My whole server got that if they hadn't already muted the server for notifications, which some of them did, because we could get quite chatty in some of the rooms and we play games and stuff and music. There's always something small going on somewhere. Although it's been quiet for the summer, I will admit. Like you came in at a very quiet time. So it looks a little dusty around there. There's like dust weevils rolling in the
That's
aisles
probably
of the
good for
rooms.
me though.
Mhm. As long as OWO, you got the crash course in OWO. it,
Well, but then I felt bad because on the other server I'm on, I went over there and they started playing that fish game, which same thing was blasting
Mhm.
me. And I was streaming at the time and I'm like, what are they doing? Because it's
Yeah.
like they sort of named it something insulting and it just kept coming up. And I'm like, they're over there doing that on purpose.
I know that like some of my mods were playing with the reminder bot, telling it to do stuff. They were having fun. Like I'm trying to teach people as I go. In like I'll be like I don't know how we started talking about Discord, but this is actually quite interesting to me because like now like learning to actually put roles on people for tags. Like because we have a golf team. I like to play golf with friends. We play Duo, which is an internet card game like Uno, and it's a lot of fun. We slap and like everything, but we don't do it live on YouTube because we're quite rude to each other. Like we use it to get aggression out. Like we slap each other around playing those cards, and anybody who's played with us knows what we're talking about. Like we are all a group of friends who have thick skin and can take it. We know it's only a game, so like we go at it like viciously, and we all use it to distress. We also play games like Jackbox games and code names, and we love to play bad cards. But when we play bad cards, it's NSFW because it's very, very, very bad cards. Like it's innuendo, innuendo, innuendo on top of innuendo. So like these kind of things, we don't do them on the internet, but we do that in the Discord. You know, and it's fun. It can be a blank of fun. Yes, yes, rabbits. I get lots of help. You know what? You know what I love about over there, rabbits? That everybody is so helpful. Like I've gotten help not only from the two people you mentioned, but from some of the players that have been around for a while. Actually showed me, stuff about building my team and doing everything with OWO and taught me so much. I've only been playing for about 2 months, maybe a little more. You know, and I'm really, really into it. You know. And SFW, I could stream it on Kick. I do have a Kick account. I spend most of my Kick time though over there on Records channel. Like, can you imagine, Juju, if I started Kick streaming too? Oh
Please no.
God. Juju's like, wait a minute, I just got Kick. Like, and I'm over there, like, oh gosh,
I'm
don't
a
do it.
gamer gal over on Kick.
Yes, we're gamer gals that don't play games. Like we have that. We're just like, chat buddies.
I
We're
know,
just
but the other
talking.
channel I started going to figured me out.
Yeah.
Like he did believe me for a while because I would just go over to his chat and say what Wrecker had done. And then he started asking me like real questions. I'm like, oh no, I've gone too deep. He
Mm-hmm.
believes me too much.
Yeah. I'll tell you. Yeah. What? Yeah. Hopefully the rocket couch. Can you still see the OWO room? Because I changed permissions. Like when you get a chance, just let me know that you still can see everything that you had. Because I know
Yep.
you were one that changed that when I changed everything. I know you were playing, so I want to make sure you could see it. And like, rabbits, if there's anything you want to be tagged for in the Discord, let me know as far as games and stuff. Because I'm gonna turn those into like at tags, like duo games, golf. I thought about this. What do you think about this, Juju? Hmm. And chat in YouTube later. You can call me to me later if you'd like. Anybody that sees this after. I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool to like extend conversations on topics, like try to organize specific discussions at different times? Like a lot of people have like a movie night or a video night in their Discord. Well, sometimes when I finish a stream, people are telling me they had more to say. And I'm like, well, maybe they should just get together and just talk about it. Get it over. Get it all out. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think so. I mean, I like that idea because there are certain things too where I'm like, well, I bit my tongue because we were on YouTube.
Liam, you can join our Gamer Gal club anytime. You're welcome. You don't have to be a gamer or a gal because, like, you're awesome. You can
And
just hang.
D-Reb, I wasn't doing it on purpose. Actually, I went over and I'm like, oh, Wrecker just did this. This is how he beat that guy. But then
Yeah.
the guy like thought, and I was literally just repeating what Wrecker was saying on his stream.
Yep.
But we did make a cool friend over there, so that.
Mousy, I have a channel for you. You like horror? Like, you
Oh,
gotta
Mousy
watch
loves horror.
you gotta watch Weekend Horror on Wednesday nights. That's our friend JL Warren that I do the challenge with. You may, if you go over there, I think I have seen you in my challenge streams when I'm on the different channels. He streams it from Bridge to Divide, but he has another channel called Weekend Horror, and I will send you the link. And he goes over, he is a big horror movie buff. Like, he's got all the history. He shows new premieres, little clips, and then he has a Discord that you join. And they used to do a movie night, like, and they may still, like the other night, they were talking about the difference between two movies. And then right after the stream, they went into the Discord and he streamed them for them. It was very cool. But if you love horror, that's the only channel that I know that's actually doing it like consistently every week and has a huge Discord that it was to. Yep. Joe Bob's Last Drive-In is your favorite. Is that a movie or a channel? Like, I'm not familiar.
I think
Yeah.
it's a he. They show
Could what?
streams on TV every Friday night. Joe Bob's does.
Thank you, Liam. I was just going to ask. Thank you for reading my mind. Thank you for being an excellent mod. Yes, thank you for dropping that link because I talked about Weekend Horror. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. Hi, Casey. Hey, how are you? I was being led around. Oh wait, like you. I'm gonna actually put it up because I have to do that. Okay, I was being led around our local grocery store and saw like 7 specifically different Cheeto styles, and I took a picture with them. Have you tried them? No, because the last time that we talked in the chat, you were sucking Cheeto fingers like pretty hard. Like, yes, I remember. Yes. Yes, I do remember that.
She has a real fondness for the Cheeto fingers. I love that you took a picture with them.
It is cute. I just didn't want to say it unless you, in case you didn't link the 2 accounts, but I know. But I was trying to be what do you call that? YouTube PC, like politically correct. Like, don't mention anybody's name that you associate with another account unless like they know. But yes, Kira, now that you've given me permission, I will call you by your name because you're my friend, and yes, I know who KCG is. So there. Okay. But there you go.
Yeah, I call people by their screen names behind the scenes just because I'm like,
I mess up all the time, but I try not to. I just it's difficult because like what my God, that's a conversation and a half. Like, you know what, everybody when you start to talk about the different layers of social media relationships that you have, it just boggles my mind. Like, I get like it just weighs on me very, very heavy. It really does. Because I try to do the best that I can. But it seems like, Juju, I don't know about you, but I'm always disappointing somebody.
I mean, absolutely, Claire. Absolutely, I am.
I know, and it's like I have no ill intent towards anyone. I swear. And like, here we go. Like, I'm just like everybody else. If you talk mad shit about me, like, I'm gonna feel a certain way. And who wouldn't? Okay. And if you're like using my name all over the place, I'm gonna feel a certain way. And I feel like, well, who wouldn't? But am I out there doing anything? You know, like bashing people all over the place or going. I'm definitely not in people's DMs talking mad shit about anybody and causing all kinds of crap. I'm not trying to turn people against each other. I really want everybody to do what makes them happy. Like, it's exactly what I want out here. just to do what makes me happy. Like just for me, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, Aaron, you're right. Aaron called me out. He's got it. Okay.
You're
That's it.
obviously a fascist.
Yep, this is the fascist bear show. Here you go. Yes, I'm a fascist. Hi, Aaron. Aaron,
Oh,
I'm so glad you're here. Like I am. Thank you. Thank you for spending some time over here with us. I appreciate it. Well,
look at
no
Karen.
Cheetos.
I sometimes say crap, but I do it out publicly now.
Yes. Okay. And you know what? It's just own. Like, and I don't even care if you do say stuff in DMs, like whatever, but own your shit. That's what I'm going to say. Like, if I do get mad at somebody and I say something, I do something, I'm going to own it. I'm going to tell you why I said it, what the context was, the whole 9 yards. Just come ask me. And I will be honest with you, you know. Well, people don't really like honesty as much as they say. Everybody
No,
says
they
they want
don't.
it.
That's an odd lesson to learn, too.
Everybody says, all I want is honesty. And then you're honest with them and they're like, they can't handle it.
My favorite is when people ask my opinion and then get real ticked off when I give it.
You know what, Rabbit? You're right. Not only that, I picked it specifically. It's a turtleneck. Like, I want to be one of those cool beatnik fascists. Can I be a beatnik fascist, Aaron? Like, would I qualify? What do you think, Rabbits? Like, I want to be on like the beret wearing fascist, like either that or just like go to open mic and just do poems that don't rhyme
And snap to clap.
and snap the clap and like the whole room's full of smoke in like I don't smoke so I want to cough up there too a lot, you know, it just like make a whole big ass out of myself. Yeah, that's what I feel like today.
I know you woke up with a little sass going. I like it.
A little sass. I had a little wiggle in my ass and a little sass everywhere else, I'll tell you that. I woke up happy and smiling and in a really good mood. And then a couple of things occurred to me, and I was like, what the? Well, we're just going to have to take care of that now, aren't we? And I just like, whoa, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for today. I am ready to handle anything. Does ears and shade as count as a beret? Yes, sleep. I think they do. I think that's my version of it. Yes, that's my version of it. I like my turtleneck in my glasses. In I actually had somebody tell me I needed to get rid of the cat ears. You know, I'm like, I can't. I just couldn't do it, Juju. What do you think? They actually said, "What isn't it time to like move forward away from the cat ears, like grow your avatar?" Like I'm like,
That would be like
I
telling me to
can't.
get rid of my flower.
It's like telling me to wear underwear all the time. Like I can't do it. Sorry.
You
There's
like
times.
people need to worry about what they're wearing, not what
hmm
anybody else is wearing.
Yeah. But they were like, I don't get it. I said, not my problem. That's it. That's the purpose.
Why do you have to get it?
Why do you have to understand why I wear cat ears?
You know,
I can't get rid of the ears now because I didn't even realize that, Rabbit. Somebody said that to me that I was already gamer girl official because I wore the cat ears, and I had no idea that that was a gamer girl thing. Like
is that a
maybe you could
gamer girl
explain.
thing?
I don't know why, but that has been said to me at least 10 times already since I've been on record. My voice was up there. They can't see me obviously on Kick, but they know about the channel. Some people that like watched and they were like, "Yep, you're gamer girl official. You got the cat ears already." And I'm like, "What does that mean?" I do not know. Yep, I don't know. Hi, Fish Nerd. Welcome.
Hey, fish nerd, are you still grilling?
Yes, Kira, it did start because everybody who knows when I started my channel, it was a go with Death Noodles because he and I were going back and forth. He doesn't even know who I am, actually. Don't let me pretend that Death Noodles even cares or knows who I am. He has no idea. I was just some account that called him out on Instagram because he wasn't telling the truth about something. I told him to go check his facts. He blocked me because I put a hypocrisy meter up. And ever since then, I've been having fun with him because he really just picks me up because he's a comedian and he does contrarian commentary. Does everybody know what I mean by that? Like those of us who come out here and we're just stirring the pot about something funny or parody or two sides of an issue. Okay. I call it contrarian commentary. And he's got the thinnest skin on the internet. Like you say boo, he cries. I'm sorry. And he's supposed to be a comedian. And I'm like, don't you need to have a thick skin? Like, for that. And so I just wore the cat ears as a jab at him because I thought I looked better in them than he did.
You do look
And
better than them.
and because I thought I was like actually being funny when he said he was a comedian. I was like, this is how you do it. Like, you actually have to be funny, Deaf Noodles. Like, yeah. And yes, did I use it as a hook on my channel because I thought it was funny? I sure did. And I'm going to keep to it too. Hey, Pete Hutchins. Oh, no one's messing with me, Pete, because I woke up like sassy this morning. Unless you want, I don't know. Juju was just saying that I woke up sassy because I was in a good mood.
Sometimes you get a rest.
Oh,
You've been having a good time lately, and then you just wake up feeling zesty.
Okay, here's a good question. What do you think about this, Juju? Are we free to say no, Kira? Because when you ask a question like this, be prepared. We can say yes or no.
How about you say the question and we can veto discussing it if we
Yeah, veto and discussing it. I can tell you whether it's too hot for the channel or not. But Kira wants to know, can I share something bothering me so everyone can pitch in to assuage my guilty heart? Hey, chat's open. Just like when you open up a question like that, just be prepared. Like we can put it out there, but we're not responsible for how the universe answers. And when I mean universe, I mean me, Juju, the chat, YouTube, like everybody.
See my previous statement about if you ask my opinion, I will give it.
Yeah, be prepared because you're probably going to get it. Yeah, you're probably going to get it. Like, it's like, okay, you want Claire to be quiet? Well, then don't ask me anything.
Exactly.
You want me to stop talking so much? Stop giving me shit to talk about. Really.
Yeah, frankly, you bring it upon yourself.
Aaron has strong opinions about Def, and I'm kind of down with it. Here we go. Can we just call him Def? Like Aaron, because I don't even want to mention his name. He's just an ass that hides hate as comedy, so he could just say, I was only kidding, like some grade school boy. Perfect. Exactly. Yes. That was my point from the start. That was exactly my point from the start. And then don't tell me you're just doing a news relay when you don't even check the facts. And that's what I had to go at him for. He doesn't even know who I am. But I tag his ass all the time. Yeah, but I was blocked on Instagram for the longest time. I don't know if I am anymore. He came back so many times. He's lost his account, came back. I think the last time I talked to him was on a What the F when he put out a video that says, should I leave? And I'm like, go, Dennis, just go.
Oh, that's stupid. Like,
because that was like a play on words. That's the name of his other channel. Like, go, Dennis, go. So I was like, yeah, just go, Dennis, go. He didn't get it. I thought I was funny AF, but he didn't get it. He didn't get it at all.
He doesn't get a lot. Like he
literally titled that the video, Should I Leave? Like, oh, you idiot.
But then in the video, he's like, I'm not leaving, everyone. You're like,
yeah, exactly. At the end, I'm like, that was like, I think if you go through the thing, you'll probably see me saying things like, this is total bait. Like, you're not going anywhere. Like, I know at the end, I said, I'm not even watching this video. At the end, he's going to say he's not leaving because he can't go. He cannot go.
Well, and did he think that would make the rounds and everyone would start talking about him again?
Oh, yeah.
Because
it was obvious YouTube play for clicks and views. It's like, what do they call that? Baiting? Like when you put it on your thumbnail, something you're really not going to talk about. And actually, YouTube doesn't like that. It gets reported all the time. But clickbaiting, just trying to get people to check it out and get some traffic. And, that's what everybody on YouTube does to some level. So I'm not really saying he shouldn't do it. I'm just saying it was so obvious he could have done it better. Yeah, clickbait. Yes. Thank you, Rocket Couch, for finding my words. Yeah.
I absolutely use clickbait. Cheeto fingers, and it worked.
That's it. Aaron, we're on the same page with this. You must have been following him as long as I have. He is definitely tone deaf noodles. Fails to read the room every damn time.
He fails to read every message sent to him explaining what people's issues are.
Rabbits, I don't even know if we could call him a comedian. He calls himself a comedian, but the last time he did like a stand-up show, there was actually a riot. Like it turned into a fist fight. It wasn't even funny. He goes to comedy shows. He has a stand-up routine. And he does out here saying he's doing everything with the comedy flair, that he is a comedian, but his name is Def Noodles, DEF, and then Noodles. And yep. If you want, I'll send you a link to the channel, but don't hold me responsible for how much you're not gonna like it or like it. I don't know. I just don't want to be responsible.
I'm like, I watched him a few times, but when he was popular, I never knew who he was talking about. I didn't. When he was doing the, I don't know, TikTok stars and all those people, I'm like, I don't know who these people are. But then I did watch him sink himself and do those roasts and whatnot. I'm like, well, that is entertaining.
All right, let's just take a look at Kira's thing. Okay, she says, on my summers off from teaching, I did a lot of freelance writing, etc., and ghostwriting. Yeah, I would fill up blogs on new websites and connected the pieces today that my copy is all over some of these religious survival camp sites. And it bothers me like crazy, but I also accepted a ghostwriting gig where I helped a budding author write an authentic young adult lesbian love story. I got the job because I pretended to be one. Oh. Well, do they know that you're not? Or were they looking for a real story or just a story? Like if they were looking for autobiographer, then you should come forward and tell them that you're not. But if not, which most, they just want a good story and they don't really care. I don't think you did anything wrong. Unless they specifically asked you for a real life personal relationship story. What, you didn't do anything.
Yeah. Everyone beefs up their resume.
And they tripled the money and I am torn. Okay, so let me get this straight here. I have to ask you a question because I'm a little confused. Are you confused that the religious site wants to use your story?
Wait, you missed one. She said, I made a lot of money on that novel and I was just asked to ghostwrite a sequel.
Oh.
And they tripled the money and I am torn.
Well, what? Okay. But they're not asking for a true story. If they're not asking for a true story, you're not doing anything wrong. Do whatever you're comfortable with. Because writing, like people write not true stories. Like it's fantasy. It's fiction.
All
Okay.
the stories are
If
not
it's not
true.
an autobiography that they asked for, you're not doing anything wrong. You do not. Okay. Stories, people don't own them. You do not have to be, can I just say it? You don't have to be a lesbian to write a lesbian love story. Now, would it be better if you had some personal knowledge? Yes, but you'll still be limited by your personal knowledge. True story, true statement. I don't care where you're coming from on anything. You are limited by your personal knowledge if you are writing only from your personal knowledge. Okay. But what really good authors do is research, expand, say, wouldn't it be nice if they felt like this? It doesn't have to be true. That's why they call it fiction. It's an exploration of thoughts and words in images in situations, right? Yeah, right, Liam? There's a thing called research. Exactly. Hey, Randy, how you? What do you think there, Juju?
No, I agree. And she said, but I lied. I mean, that's...
No, wait, did you say you were a lesbian? Well, I don't see where you say you lied. Because unless you specifically told them it was a true story, then you didn't lie. But if they think it's a true story and you didn't straighten it out and that's what you feel guilty about, maybe you should straighten that out before accepting the check. Because first of all, I'm just going to say, if you feel guilt, you need to deal with that first before you do anything else. You need to find how to release that. What is it you feel guilty about? Not saying what. Then you need to go say it.
So, okay, she said, so you have writing on websites that are promoting conversion camps. And you don't want money on
the story,
lesbian fiction. So you're torn between.
I want you to write what you feel guilty about, because that you had to deal with first. And then, is it because you don't agree with conversion camps and you don't want anything that you have out there to promote anything like that, so you don't want to be associated with it? Then
So your real issue is you said you were a lesbian. You wrote some lesbian fiction. They liked what you wrote and now have offered you more money to write more. And you're like, well, I should tell them I'm not actually a lesbian. I
Listen,
don't see you didn't do any they wanted you
are they
to
are they promoting it as fiction or as a true story? That's all you need to do. If that's where your guilt's coming from, that's it. Because if it's a true story, they may think, that's different. But why can't you make money on fiction, right, Juju? Right?
yeah. I mean, Stephen King doesn't have a pet cemetery.
Exactly. Or Chucky. Is there really like a Chucky? Like what? Seriously, people. Like fiction, you know. If it feels okay, here's what I'm going to tell you about that. If you feel dirty, stop. If something is nagging at you that this isn't right, stop. Don't do anything until you figure it out in the story. Because you've already got some guilt, and which guilt always leads to regret. And who needs to live like that? Okay? If you feel dirty, stop. Like that, those are the key words right there. I get that you're torn and money's money, but we all make those decisions, we all need the money. It does make our life better, but what are we going to sacrifice to get it at any given time? And I hate to sound holier than now, but when you start saying things like regret and dirty and you're torn, what you first need to do is stop everything and think
And
what it is that's making you feel dirty. What's the issue?
and like you said, ghostwriting is inherently a lie because your words are being used.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And it's fiction. And as long as they understand it's fiction, then you do. Then you just have to make that decision amongst yourself on whether your ghostwriter represents you or is really a ghostwriter. Because having your materials on sites that promote things, although I would be uncomfortable because I don't want to promote that, that doesn't mean it has to be a big issue for you. If it's an issue that really gets you and you don't want them using it to promote those issues, then I can understand why you're torn and maybe the money's not worth it, especially if you're going to have doubt for yourself and how you're contributing. If you okay, that last statement right there's your decision. You wrote these words. I don't want to be inauthentic like that. You already know what to do, boo.
Yep.
You're just looking for validation. And I say the validation is make sure you can live with whatever you do from this moment on. Because you're the one that has to deal with it. You're the one holding yourself to
Well,
task
and the
on it.
thing is, you could I mean, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, go tell them. Say, hey, I'm not a lesbian,
Mm-hmm.
but I would still like to work with you.
Whether or not your name is on the novel doesn't seem to be the issue here. How you feel about it is what I'm getting from the whole thing. I don't think it matters that anybody knows it was you or not. It's how you feel about it right now that matters the most. You use keywords like I'm torn. I don't want to be inauthentic. You're feeling uncomfortable with the situation. So, whatever you do going forward, you need to be comfortable with because you got to live with it. Nobody else is going to know the issue, only you. You could donate the money if it would assuage your guilt.
But
If you
would
think
it?
that,
I
but
mean,
would
I
it?
think just lead with the truth. Go back and say, hey, this is who I am. I'd
Mm-hmm.
still like to work with you and write the book. But the worst they say is, no, we don't want you to work with us. Then, you
Exactly.
know.
Mm-hmm. And, because everything that you're saying, yeah, nobody else knows who you are. So the problem isn't with perception with the outside world. The What I'm reading that you're writing, Kira, is the perception is how you feel about it yourself. And if you think the money's not worth it for what it's going to do to how you feel, then that's your decision. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I do think. And Kira, you're more than welcome that we can do that. I think we could go on like more because Rocket's right. This is something that can come back to you later, Kira, and you're putting it out there. And I think for your sake, we are definitely we'll leave it there with a decision that you need to make because of how you're feeling about it personally and not what others would say, since nobody knows about that you are the other person, right? So there you go. Hmm. Mm.
Excellent. Now we are an advice column.
Yeah, but you know what we really need advice on? Solving that damn mystery we got dragged into, this investigation that was all fun and games until it wasn't.
Until it escalated out of control.
Well, we obviously knew there were missing sea monkeys, and that's not even the most perplexing part of the case, to tell you the truth, because we had confession, right? You
We
know,
had confession after confession after
after
confession.
confession. And to be honest, we were only worried about the original sea monkeys that went missing. And we have solved that part. I feel like we did. Do you, Juju? I feel like that part's solved. Hmm.
Yes, and as Mousy said, she's taken an Alfred plea. So
I love that Alfred plea. That is wonderful. That's like, I'll tell you what happened, but I'm not guilty. Like, yeah, you
there,
comforting. Yeah.
I did
Mhm.
it.
Yes, I did it. She did. Okay. She confessed, and we're going to let her off because you know what you got to do? You just got to own up to stuff in this world. And then, you have the charges prepared. Yes, Mippet, we're getting to part 2. Hopefully, you have the charges prepared for part 2 because prosecution has decided, Judge, to pull the charges against Mousy Files in regards to murdering these sea monkeys. Okay. And here's the reason. Legally, sea monkeys have no rights. So she
It's a
couldn't
sad
commit
fact of life.
murder. She can't really commit murder because they don't have a right to life. Isn't that sad? Sea monkeys don't have a right to life legally in America. But let me just pull myself together. Poor sea monkeys. And although prosecution, I'm talking for myself here, feels very strongly that all sea monkeys should be protected. And I do have fear for the other sea monkeys that are in the custody and protection and guardianship of one Mousy Files. I do trust that the rest of you will keep an eye on her behavior and hold her to task should future sea monkeys go missing.
She streams every Sunday and Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
and she does do aquarium streams, which she doesn't monitor, so we can track what is in the tank and what's missing.
Yeah. Pete, I hope you feel better after that confession. It's true story. Well, I am a lesbian. Yes, I did order sea monkeys. I know, Pete, but thank you for your true confession there. But anyway, Mousy, thank you for helping us in cooperating with authorities in regards to this part of the investigation. And Liam's right. If I give the right of life to sea monkeys, you would have to extend that to the lower life forms, such as Soviets. I know, which is
Or
why I'm
sovereign
not.
citizens.
Yes, sovereign citizens, Soviets. Okay, you're right, Liam. And that's why I stopped and we dropped all charges. Like, I'm not going there. I'm not going there at all. I'm not going there at all. So, anyway,
We've already
Mousy.
discussed the death of the sea monkeys for longer than their natural lifespan.
Yes, like they only live 60 days and we've been at this for 2 weeks. Like it's just not like we can't. Although, I like the sea monkeys. I think we've come. Yes, they are those weird brine shrimp. Yes, they are, Kira. Yes. Like I've learned more about sea monkeys in the last 3 weeks than I ever thought possible.
Myself as well. Well,
Rabbits, I actually saw some like dust
dirt.
molecules actually floating around in the tank. I could not say whether they are sea monkeys or not because there was no magnifier. Because when I was younger, we got sea monkeys as a gift, and they came in this little plastic thing that had bubbles on it, and the bubbles were magnifiers just so you could see these little things, right? And they made pictures of them like they were all cute. They kind of looked like the Grinch in a way, you know, from the Grinch that stole Christmas, like the face and everything, like the sea monkeys. But no, I never did see, even when I grew them myself, I never saw a sea monkey. Like there were things that people said were sea monkeys that looked like they might be swimming around, but I don't know. I am glad that you're bringing them a new home, and we wish the sea monkeys, the next generation and the generation after that, and whatever survivors. I know there's no original survivors, and I'm sorry we soon saw the case for the original survivors to actually them to have justice for their lost comrades that got fed to the betta, because that's actually what happened. Okay, many sea monkeys were sacrificed for the life of the betta. The betta wanted a snack, and Mousy gave in to temptation. Well,
Mousy
that's
said,
that part.
been there,
Mhm.
beta, been there.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's that
So
part.
that's that part. So rabbits, yeah, we're kind of gonna go with there may or may not be actual sea monkeys. Okay. But yes, Vishner, that's the other part. Now, this is much more complicated. And well, I don't know, Juju. This one's hard because you and I don't even agree really much about this one. Like, this is gonna be hard. So I'm not gonna try to cause any contention with my chat or with my panel or with my lovely paneler here, Juju, that I love to do stuff with. Like, but as far as the duck, well, the first two prime suspects. First, there was Rocket Couch, who brought up the duck to begin with. Then there was Mrs. Cassandra, the lovely, always saying she's innocent but never actually is Mrs. Cassandra. So I think like she started talking about the duck, about whether the duck was dead, how the duck died. Like, how did she know all this? And why? Why did Rocket Couch bring it up to begin with?
That's the
Then,
real question.
then, well, MC Wrecker, shady killer that we know he is. Have you listened to those raps? That man loves to rap about killing. Okay. And that man has an obsession with serial killers. Like, we talk about it all the time. Whenever I do anything about it, like, yep. And he says he knows how to use a knife. But, his penchant for ducks and knives, which he's always posting, isn't exactly how that duck died. That duck died drowning. That duck died drowning. Okay. So it's very confusing. Very, very confusing. But when we did the posts saying like who we were looking at and who we wanted to talk to, one person came up screaming loudly about "do not mention me. Why are you dragging me into this? Like, what's going on?" And I think, Juju, I think we found out what really happened.
One person protested too much.
They did protest too much. hmm And at this point, I'm willing to say that perhaps the drowning was accidental. Because I have a hard time believing this person would actually kill a duck. Seriously. They seem to be kind to animals. Very kind to animals. So I don't really think that they would kill a duck. But the fact remains the duck is dead. Drowned. Gone. Mm. In well, let's just say we're gonna close the case. Because I don't think this person will come forward and confess about what happened actually. Um, hmm. Wrecker's cooking duck ass in the chat. Do you see this?
Look at him fired up.
Hey, get that duck off the grill, Wrecker. Like what? Rabbits, don't encourage him with that. Don't encourage him to shoot another duck, because like and this is the other thing. I think Wrecker feels sorry for the person resolved that he's trying to take all the blame onto himself. Look, knives, ducks. This is getting crazy. I'm telling you. Wait a minute, Mousy, what does this mean? Did I miss something? I killed some of those too. What are you talking about? Hopefully it's not the duck. Like, don't bring yourself back into this after we what? What? What?
Oh
Wait.
no.
What? Oh no.
You killed the hardiest shrimp
Oh no.
possible.
Oh, the Neo Korea. Oh, the other shrimp. Okay. Okay, they're talking fish. Thank goodness it wasn't the actual duck. Okay. Mippet says it was a duck slaughter. Now, the judge seems to believe there's enough evidence here to charge this person. What do you think, Juju? Should we go forward with an affidavit? Like, do you think that we should prepare an indictment against this person and actually have a trial? Or shall we just close it as accidental death?
Well, seeing as everyone in chat, I believe, except for the vegetarians, participated in the duck feast.
In the duck, I think they all ate it. I know Wrecker said it was delicious. He showed us pictures of crispy duck.
Yeah.
And told us how great duck was. And nobody you know what was really odd? Like, I gotta talk to all you people. I have to talk to all you people. No one contested. You all enjoyed the duck. Like,
Yes.
nobody stuck up for the poor drowned duck. Mrs. Cassandra may have originally started with sympathy. But
now,
I just, oh my goodness. I just,
because I fear everyone would be, we charge one, we have to charge them all.
Yeah. Wrecker says he knows nothing. I know. And here's the thing. It was a lovely play, but we do want to tell YouTube that, like, we're not out to hurt anybody. This was just fun. A bunch of drunk people who were going from chat to chat talking about damn drowned duck. And,
and I was not invited to the feast, Mrs. C, so I did not eat that liver.
Okay, you didn't. I don't like liver. I don't like any kind of organ meat. I'm just like.
I admit, if I had been invited, I would have eaten the heck out of that liver. So
not. Oh my God, Mippet. She says not accidental. I have the charges for each. Okay, Mippet is considering pressing charges. She's the judge. Like, I have no control over the judge. I'm just a prosecutor. I can only bring my play. Okay. Wait a minute now. Okay. I don't really like this. Hold on a second. What do you mean? Like, wait a minute. Where's this comment? Okay. Wait. Are you talking about the deceased duck or ducks in general? Because,
yeah.
Mrs. Cassandra, we're actually, I'm trying to find your angle on this. Like, I think, Mrs. Cassandra, in all honesty, you're protecting the person responsible for the demise of the duck, whether it be manslaughter or murder or like even accidental or just some cruel twist of fate. I think you know who did it, and I think you're protecting. And Mousy hasn't eaten a duck since 2007. Well, that's good to know, Mippet. We have cleared Mousy from the duck caper, just so you know. Just put a big line through that one.
Yeah, she was over killing sea monkeys the whole time.
And actually, how do you feel, JuJu Bee? I think Wrecker's trying too hard to pull the heat on himself, doing the same thing that Mrs. Cassandra is doing, trying to protect the actual duck offender.
I agree. There's a lot of misdirection going on.
A lot. So,
and as we've dug deeper, we've realized that.
Okay. Mrs. Cassandra said she did it. Okay. Allocate. Allocute. Wait, I can't say it again.
Allocute.
Allocution.
We need an allocution.
If you give us an allocution right now, we can close it. I'm going to drop the link. Will you come up? Like, I don't know if you're busy, but will you allocute? I will give you a link just for a second, or just put it in the chat. But we want to close this. Wrecker's your witness? Oh, Wrecker, were you covering for the murderer? We need to talk, boo. Like, you could get accessory charges here.
Look at the rocket couch. We had a meeting about this. Stick to one cover story.
Rocket couch, you're going up for bribery and everything. Like, you're going up. I talked to Mippet, Rocket, and you're on the line for obstruction of justice.
Rocket couch brought dessert, strawberry ice cream to their duck feast.
Exactly, and all that ice cream. Mippet, we were going to go forward with the indictment for actually obstruction of justice on one Rocket couch, who, by the way, started this whole thing. Okay. Yep. Okay. This is why tip lines don't work. There's always at least one Wrecker in the queue. Exactly. Exactly, Liam. Let me just put that. This is it. And he's been having too much fun. They're all having so much fun. I can't keep straight. All I know is the prosecution is very, very busy.
Yeah.
Very busy. And all I can do is gather the facts. But it does seem. Yeah, okay, Mrs. Cassandras. And then just could you allocute in the chat, please, so we can finally clear this up? I hear you. Okay, I'm going there now, Aaron.
Because we do have other
Oh God. Wait a minute.
cases we are investigating.
Oh my God, I have to show you this. Aaron, I need to know if this is, can I put this up? I am. Okay. I have questions. Uh-oh.
I'm ready.
Talk about putting yourself in the problem here. All right. Everybody.
Oh, no.
I know, JuJu. What do we do now? Aaron, is that your hand?
8/16/23.
That was 2 weeks ago when the duck went missing. When the duck drowned. Did the duck drown in its own duck broth? Is that another duck? I told you I killed it and kept souvenirs. Mippy, could you cross out that other name and put Aaron Reese in there, please? That looks like a confession to me. I'm sorry, Mrs. Cassandra. It's going to be pretty hard with you to come up with evidence to collaborate your allocution.
Well, she already said I was pressured into confessing.
I know. Wrecker had a knife. I saw it in the chat. Wrecker was wielding a knife.
Not only did Aaron kill it and keep souvenirs, but he preserved the souvenirs.
Prove that is the duck. Liam, at this point, he doesn't have to prove it. If he wants to go down for this crime, I'm letting him do it because I am a lazy ass prosecutor. Like, I'm done. Like, I want it off my roster.
Look at him. I've left behind a long string of duck corpses.
Oh my God, the bones and everything. Oh, Mippy, just cross out the shenanigans personnel and just put in Aaron Reese. Yeah.
We'll initial it.
Okay. Now, Aaron, do you want to elocute how it happened? Was it murder or was it an accident? Are you just benefiting from the demise of the duck? I mean,
how
that
did
is
Wrecker
raw.
get it to cook it?
Yeah. I think that what happened is Wrecker ate the duck and sent the carcass to Aaron, who quite frugally made a really nice duck broth with it, like you would, like when you make a roast chicken and you save the carcass or a turkey and you make broth.
I mean, if you're going to take an animal's life for a meal, you use all of the animal.
Which I have no problem with. I am a Southeast bird mangler. I'm glad as a serial killer that you have your own handle for that. Like, I like that. Aaron. Aaron, thank you. Oh, hey, Triumph. Wait. D Rabbits gave you a butt tattoo? Aren't you lucky? Pixar didn't happen. Like, how is yeah. You can't. Yeah. Okay. Rabbit said the ducks. Oh, wait, I'm picking the wrong thing. The ducks die because people don't stop on the highway to let them cross while endangering everyone on the road. Well, they do. They are kind of like waddling into places that they don't belong. I will agree. There ain't no crime. Exactly, Pete. It just sounds like a lovely meal. I don't see a crime here anymore. Because
and some nice bedding, because Sean Coffey said, do you know how expensive duck down is? So everyone's sleeping better.
Yeah, because here's a good question. Like, okay. Oh wait. Now Grace, okay, wait a minute. Aaron took his bra off and I bought him fresh duck from my butcher. Is that to cover the original duck? Or when was this bra taking off? Because I thought that just happened. We're talking like weeks ago. Grace, are you trying to throw a monkey wrench into the story here to deflect us? All right, maybe put that shenanigan back on the list. Put Grace's case right there next to Aaron. I think it's a conspiracy. You see, I have to admit, Grace, the original indictment for today had your name on it because you protest too much. And I think everybody was covering for you, especially Mrs. Cassandra. However, it's going to be your own words to put you back in there. Okay.
You know, we hear it time and time again. Every case we say, just stop talking.
Talking,
Shut
because you just...
your
Oh,
mouth.
yeah. And Record, too. It might be all of them. I mean, this indictment is getting bigger and bigger, Mippet. Record says, is it illegal to eat duck corpses after someone dealt with them? I don't think so. So we're trying to figure out who dealt with the duck so that Aaron could do what he did. Did Aaron deal with the duck himself? Did Record do it? Did Grace do it? I'm not giving you an apology, Mrs. Cassandra. You were just about ready to confess that Allecute to protect her. I'm not apologizing. You tried to deflect us from the real criminals here. As a prosecutor, I do not owe you an apology for being suspicious of your very, very suspicious behavior. Like, what would I be apologizing for? I said you were a suspect. I didn't indict you, and you're not on the indictment. The indictment's not even out yet. Mippet's crossing off names and adding names and crossing off names as we speak.
Well, listen to this confession. We're a secret society of avian murderers, and you've stumbled across a dangerous secret.
Uh-oh. Well, okay. In that case, Mippet, let's close it. Okay. Here's how I'm closing it.
I vote we close it as long as we get duck down comforters.
I want to, I don't want a comforter. I'll take a pillow. I like it. No, I don't like that. It makes my nose stuffy. A duck down comforter would be really nice, but one duck isn't going to give us like 2 comforters, and that would mean we would be encouraging them to go around and kill more ducks everywhere.
I think Aaron already said there's a string of ducks that have been taken down.
Okay, Aaron already has. Like, Aaron, okay. So basically, right now we've got Aaron, Reese, Grace Case, and MC Wrecker.
Don't go too far, Fish Nerd. Your new grill is raising red flags.
Yes, and Fish Nerd, like, you think you could just, like, sneak off and it's not going to look suspicious? After you threw a seal at us to deflect us, like, I think Fish Nerd was helping cover up for Grace. We'll be forced to wait a minute. Uh-oh. I hope you're paying attention there, Judge, because I think we're getting threatened here. We'll be forced to kidnap and force you to enjoy a Peking duck feast so you'll have something on you too. JuJu, looks like we got a dinner invitation anyway.
And maybe that's all we wanted all along, everyone.
That's it. We just wanted to be invited to dinner, Aaron. Thank you. What time shall JuJu and I show up?
And what can we bring?
Yeah. What I can make you like a wild, like a dark cherry salsa to go with the duck, like a little sweet, a little savory. Like, what do you think? Look at. Don't worry, I'm working on helping with the comforters. Thank you, Wrecker. I know you can sew. You told us that, like, on one of your streams the other day, didn't he, JuJu, that he could sew? So we're looking forward to it. This is true. We've seen the judge enjoy turkey. She's only one pheasant away from becoming one of us.
Look at Mousy. I could have just cooked you all shrimp scampi.
Yeah, but it was duck. Yes, I like shrimp scampi. That sounds good. I had shrimp tonight, actually. You guys know too much now. Mrs. Cassandra, are you inserting yourself again? Okay. Apparently, JuJu, I think for the betterment of everyone involved, we need to just close the case.
I agree.
Let's send it over to the super secret investigative unit that deals with like the mafia crimes and stuff. I am not hesitant to actually admit that this is above my pay grade. It's above my pay grade.
Well, and as the Rocket Couch said, if this case does end up closed tonight, I'll confirm or correct what actually happened with the duck.
Okay, well, I am closing it from my department with Juju. We are, I think, can we agree, Juju? I'll give you your say. I do believe it would be better suited to go to the organized crime department of investigations and not just a simple prosecutor like ourselves. I do believe it's out of my pay grade.
I agree.
I'm not used to all these. Like, I like shenanigans and I like, conspiracies, but I have to admit, I do not have as much experience as someone like the Rocket Couch does in debunking conspiracies. Just definitely not me. But I don't think that the Rocket Couch could actually lead an investigation that they are actually implicated in. But I would like to hear his side of the story. First, though, Aaron is still threatening us. Oh my God. Aaron, you're scaring me. When you snuggle into that fluffy down comforter every night, just reflect on how close you came to abandonment.
And have sweet, sweet dreams.
Aaron, did you not hear me say I'm dropping the case? I'm referring it to the other department. I'm out. I hear you, boo. Like, you don't have to show me Wrecker's shiny knife. I get it. I hear you. Like, Juju, Mippy, like, can we get protective custody, please? Can the judge order protective custody for Juju and I? We are dropping the case, but we need some protective custody because I do believe that
and we're not dropping the case due to threats.
Nope. We just think organized crime could deal with it better than we can. I don't have enough experience. Even if I am from Jersey, I don't have enough organized crime experience. I am out. Yes, Pete, I am. Like, even though I'm from Jersey, I just don't have enough organized crime, experience. Either that or I have too much organized crime experience and I know when to bow out. Thank you, Mippy. Mippy gave us protection. There you go. If everybody knows, don't mess with the dragon. Don't mess with the dragon. We are now officially protected. Aaron, did you hear that? Did you hear that?
And Sean said, we ain't that organized.
Sean, don't just we stuff. Don't implicate yourself. Oh, damn, it's big. It's getting bigger. Like, here we are thinking we're gonna. Exactly, Aaron. I'm moving on. Done with the duck. Don't say that. Don't say I did that with the duck. Then freaking Wrecker's gonna be killing more ducks. Like, here we go. Yeah. I'm not, like, this is true. Wait. From New Jersey and not associated with the mafia family. That's right, I'm not. If you guys need witness relocation, come up here. Where are we going? Rabbits, are you in Canada? Like, do you have a cross the border location that we could go to? Because I have a feeling that the mafia's got a long reach. This duck mafia thing. Okay. Ready for true confession?
I'm ready for the truth.
Here we go. I'm putting you up there, Rocky. Thank you. The truth. Do you want to read it, Juju? I don't know if I can.
I'll read it. The duck is not dead. The duck was a witness to a massive duck cult, as shown in the James Veitch documentary that was shared on Discord by the Rocket Couch, and has been placed in a private witness protection program.
Oh.
So everyone in chat was saving the duck.
Okay. So, aw, look at all you good people.
So what's in the comforters?
Yeah.
And what's in this jar?
And what about the knives that Wrecker's wielding in the duck mob? Wow. You know what? I do believe that we have, as Aaron says, a very disorganized crime family, America's newest growing threat. Yes, you guys are definitely a disorganized crime family. And currently YouTube's biggest growing threat, at least here, at least here for me. Like, I get it. Yes. No, you don't deserve an apology, Mrs. Cassandra. You were bullshitting us completely the whole time. The duck wasn't even dead, and you're the one who said the duck was dead. I don't owe you an apology. As a matter of fact, please expect the bill from the prosecutor's office for wasting our time. All our services are now on you. I will not apologize. Nope. You're going to get a bill. Mippy, could you please forward to me the judge time that you spent on this so we could send it over to the disorganized crime unit to get paid for?
Oh no, listen to Aaron. Well, I ate somebody's duck, so your sting got an innocent killed.
Oh God, this is true. Those guys are just psychos covering up their other crimes with duck side clip. I get it. There's like, you know what? I definitely think there's more going on here, but we're gonna leave. You know, it Rocket said, like, in fairness, he did tell you to stop. He told us all to stop. He told us all to stop. Yes. And Mippet said, absolutely. She's sending the bill. Get ready, people. Look. On that. Okay. Well, I'm happy the duck's not actually dead.
Yeah, me too.
Because, I mean, it was quite controversial just trying to figure out how a duck drowned. Like, you know, that went back and forth for a while, whether that was possible or not. Like, they're swimmers. Yeah.
You know, I do feel like the threats, though, I mean, were those necessary? Were the videos we received of people?
Oh, well, you did get threatened quite a bit, didn't you? Yes,
Yeah.
you did. Now, why were you actually? They tried to say that you were hiding evidence in stealing evidence. Well, there really wasn't a lot of evidence. It was almost all true confessions, actually.
Yeah.
Rabbits wants to know. Can he send us more Canadian geese? No, they poop everywhere.
No geese.
No.
Those freaking geese.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Wrecker. He said, don't ask questions, just enjoy the comforters. We will. Thank you very much. We will. We will definitely. Sean says she has to sell a few quilts to pay us for this, you know. They're just big ducks, though. They are just big ducks. Every time I try to type duck, my phone autocorrects because I've corrupted it. I agree. Yeah, I can. You know, rabbits, they are just big ducks. You know, true. But I wouldn't want a whole bunch of ducks walking around in my yard either because of the. I don't like free roaming pooping animals like anywhere near me. It's just
I agree.
just like I don't like, you know, like the ones that it just falls out of there, but like a horse, right? When a horse walks around, it doesn't matter where it is. If it's got to go, it just goes. That's why, like, you know, everywhere you see in parades and everything, there's just like as they're walking, like they're doing the parade and the horse is pooping while it's walking. Everywhere it goes. Same thing with cows and animals and chickens everywhere. Like, no. And geese, free roaming pooping. They just everywhere they walk. And ducks, it's true. Well, I got a thing about free roaming pooping animals because I live in a little bit of a rural area, and if you go to certain places, like the fences and everything are covered where the ducks sat and like did all the poopy stuff, and the geese. Not nice.
Yeah, I have on my front porch. There's a little space where I've been trying to figure out who's the culprit because there's clearly a bird that sits on my fence railing, same spot every time. I guess it's his pooping and watching the neighborhood spot.
I get that. At least it's not on your stoop.
And at least he's keeping it to one spot. I'm like, I do appreciate that.
Exactly. Thank you, Judge, for your kind attention to the details. I do appreciate it. This is true. Juju, now you know exactly where to put the trap. Where it sits and poops. Like you can just put the trap there, you could catch it. Why do you they automatically assume you want to catch it? Like, we might have to add him to the list. Except for I
Definitely.
dropped the case. I didn't say that. I dropped the case officially. Nip I'm officially dropping the case and referring it over to organized crime. Yeah.
Oh, I'm writing it all down.
Yep. Write it all down. But I'm officially like, yep. I'm gonna enjoy my comforter. No strings attached. I'm gonna enjoy my comforter and just try to carry on like that. But anyway, we know what happened. No double jeopardy. Well, I don't know. Should we drop it with prejudice or without prejudice? Like, I don't know. It's like, I didn't even get to discuss this with you, co-counsel.
Well, technically it is going over to the disorganized crime unit. So it's not closed, but it's out of our hands.
Well, if we say it's with prejudice, it's closed and it kind of closed completely. Right? So we want them to be able to prosecute if they come up with anything. And what if they decide that it was an organized crime, but they find the killer and they have to drop it back to us to actually press the charges? So we are dismissing without prejudice and withhold the right. We are keeping the right to bring charges in the future should it want it. How's it?
Perfect. Just know we're watching, but not really.
But not really. Watching, well, we don't care.
Exactly.
We're watching, but not for the reason you think we are.
We see what's happening.
I don't know. It was actually so much fun. I have to say, thank you all for playing with this as much as you did. As silly as it was, it did give me great amusement for a little bit. It did. But I didn't want anybody's feelings to get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean the disorganized crime unit. I mean the organized crime unit. You guys are the disorganized unit. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with the prosecutor's office, their record. Your little organized gang there or disorganized gang there. Yeah, and I think that would be community service would mean feeding the ducks, Pete. We'll put that in our recommendations when we send it over to organized crime.
Mousy, I'm absolutely not looking in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust any of you.
Aaron's like, this is funny. We have people inside the disorganized crime unit. We just lost track of who they are. Which is why it's called the disorganized crime unit. No one knows what's going on over there. We may never hear anything about these again, or they could go to trial tomorrow. Who knows?
Right.
But all I know is it's not our responsibility anymore. We're free. They see it. We're free of this.
Excellent.
Yeah. Don't feed ducks bread. Yeah. Liam said, this is pretty good. CIA, Claire's investigation approximately. Yeah, like it came to nothing, I'll tell you that.
Good. I'm glad that's been closed.
I know. Do you feel lighter, Juju? I do.
I do. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I can enjoy pate again without judgment.
Oh, well, yeah, true. Pate's cool. Yeah, I'll tell you. Plot twist, Juju is our spy. What? Juju? What?
That's not true.
I'm going to take...
Don't listen. These people have been threatening me and trying to set me up.
They don't want to let it go. They just don't want to let it go. They just don't.
Think I'm a wasp in bee's clothing.
Harris says the disorganized crime unit almost had us made, but then a squirrel ran by and they got distracted. And Shill, who was another investigator, Liam and Shill were investigators that we have to pay. I know as soon as I get the money from all of these like people that have to pay for wasting the prosecution's time, I will pay you. But we got to get it to pay it. Okay. Yeah,
Mousy feels
Mousy
like she
says,
has a load of brine shrimp off her back.
yeah, and in the bed is belly. We understand exactly, Mousy. We do. We do. Definitely. Well, like that brings me to a really perplexing question. Well,
Yeah.
actually, just a situation I have going on here. Sundays, right?
Mm-hmm.
All my life. And this is like serious, but not serious. Is it the end of the week or the beginning of the week?
And
For me, it's always been the end because it's the last day of the weekend. But
mm-hmm.
why do calendars start on Sundays for the week? Why are they trying to tell us it's the beginning of the week?
Well, I mean, get yourself a calendar that starts the week on Monday or Wednesday. You can start. Here's the secret, everyone. You can start the week whenever the F you want.
Yeah, true. But most calendars, if you look at the pre-made ones that have the dates filled in, not the ones you can fill in yourself, which I love those. The ones with the little number thing in the corner and it's all just squares,
Yep.
right? And it just says the month and the year, and you get to do what you want with it. I like that. That's how my reality works. Like I want control of it. But pre-made calendars, like the pretty ones you can get pictures on and everything. Like I ordered an Otter calendar, and it starts the week on Sunday. It is annoying to me because that's not how I live my life. Yeah,
Well,
but if it
Frank,
was your,
it's not
if it
really the
was your own,
calendar's fault. You purchased the wrong one.
well, but they're all like that. The majority are like that, though. You must admit, unless you can free write it yourself, they almost all start on Sunday with the week, and then they go with Sunday was the day of rest, but the day of rest comes after the long week, which is
And
why
it depends
Sunday.
on what religion you are, because that's not
Or if religious, like for me, if you
exactly.
say day of rest, even taking the religion connotation out of it, let's just say day of rest, just the language of those words, day of rest. I would think that would be after the long week. So that would be at the end of the week, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to start my week with a day of rest. That's really setting a bad precedent for the rest of the week, isn't it, Juju?
I
It's
know
like
that
it's like we don't have to do anything. Naps and cognac for the rest of the week because you're like, that's how we go. Well,
That's true. You start high
no,
and
Liam, no, don't say it. Wait. I have to address this. Liam, you're not dying lonely or poor. As soon as I get paid, I'll give you some investigation money. And you're not poor when you have like friends, and you have friends. Like, at least I consider you a friend. Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna have to start a GoFundMe now to pay the investigators.
oh
Juju.
no.
Oh, wait a minute. Grace is saying that AC is my current attorney and she's not here. I want a mid dismissal. No, Grace, because AC actually filed petition with the court to be removed from the case. So if you still think she's your lawyer, you may want to check with her because she backed out. Like she did. She dropped it. She made everybody get new counsel. I haven't received your paperwork. And besides, I'm out. Like there's no mid dismissal. We are going to, the question was whether we're going to do it with or without prejudice. And we're going to do it without prejudice because we may want to file against you. You're in it now because you protest too much. Like you're on the list. You're actually number one. Well, actually, you were number one, and Aaron knocked you off. We now see the true leader of the disorganized crime organization here. We see what's going on.
The
Yeah.
rocket couch is just out riding his jet skis and eating strawberry ice cream.
Actually, Grace, she doesn't have to. If she can prove that she sent you a message that you didn't see, she just has to notify the court because the court sent it to everybody. And since you weren't actually a suspect at the time, you weren't listed as charges being filed against you. There's no mistrial because there was no trial yet. So it's okay. Don't worry about it. You don't have to go to court. Not yet, unless, of course, organized crime has questions for you. We'll leave that up to them. We'll leave that up to them. I don't know. I didn't say that you were the leader of the organized crime, the disorganized crime unit. I just found out about the disorganized crime unit today. Okay? So when we put you on the indictment, you were just the person that we thought was most likely responsible because everybody was covering for you. Everybody, I mean like Mrs. Cassandra. Just to be clear, just so things don't get skewed a different way, that's where we were at when we started this. And then the truth came out. And the duck is still alive, but apparently there's this whole other organization that Aaron knows a lot about that is working on making the ducks disappear for the good of all. Comforters, broth, fried dinners, Peking duck. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad group.
I like the diversity of what they carry. Comforters,
I,
broth.
like,
If you don't feel good, you're going to want some of their broth and a comforter.
And a comforter. Just seal your lips. Just be quiet about the whole damn thing. I like how Rabbits picks up what I'm throwing down. Like, watch this. Like, everybody equals Mrs. Cassandra. Got it. Oh my God. It's too funny. Okay. I'm glad you all have good humor. I am. And, it's not defamation. You did cover. You said you saw. You're the one who told us the duck drowned. And the duck is alive.
Yeah, the duck is alive and doing well. Better than all of us, I think.
I think so. The duck sure did get a lot of play. I wonder if that duck got more views than I did last week. The week before, probably. Wait, here's the new plot twist. That duck actually has a YouTube channel and it used this all for clicks and views. We've been baited, people. We've been baited.
We've been duck baited.
We've been duck baited by a scandalous YouTuber, a duck YouTuber. Okay. Don't ask where it came from. Just enjoy the pro duck. Oh, pro duck. Wrecker. Like, Wrecker, what are you doing?
All right. The case is closed. We're moving on.
It's closed. It's like, do you have a channel? I have this gift card I can't use. Are you talking to the duck? Kara? Oh my God. Hey, your resource. You guys are all great. You are big. You know what? I love your humor. I love how you guys, like, that's the best thing about humor, when you could toss something out and people just roll with it. Like, and that you all don't take it yourself so seriously. Like, it was just all fun and games. The duck is peeking at me in the shower, fish nerd. Uh-oh. Well, now I understand how that duck got slashed. Right? I understand where the duck's problem started now. Okay. Wrecker, you're off the list. I would have done the same thing.
Rocket Couch will neither confirm nor deny that the duck has a YouTube channel with 15 million subscribers.
15 million?
And yet our investigators can't get paid.
And yes, that's just wrong. Tell that duck, maybe we should get, Mippet, could we get some restitution fees from the duck for our investigators? Like, I want them to get paid. We don't want Liam to go or Shield to go without their funding, actually. Oh. You don't have a place called Blimpies in Minnesota? Oh,
Well, that's a mystery for us to solve another time.
I know. 86,000 subs. That's a lot of subs, Liam. I know. Wow. Oh, wait. He actually found a Duck TV channel. Liam posted it.
Yeah, have you met the guy?
No.
He's always Googling in the background.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you, Liam. But wow. Official Duck channel. Okay. All right. Rocket Couch. Like, he will not confirm or deny that the duck has a channel, and then Liam posted the channel, so I don't know. All I know is I'm forwarding all of this to organized crime. That's it. Like, y'all get prepared to deal with them.
The Rocket Couch wouldn't confirm or deny. Liam will confirm.
Liam is confirming that there is a channel. Now, whether or not they used us for content, because I didn't see anything about us over there. Like, I didn't get any.
They used us.
Well, they didn't tag us because then YouTube would let me know. So they did it all shady. Like,
Yep.
yeah.
That's how ducks roll.
Exactly, Shield. Those darn geese cops just don't jump and pew pew their poo poo at everyone. How dare they? We're back to free roaming pooping animals, you know. But seriously, the dilemma about Sundays, like I'm perplexed. Like this is the end of my week, but it's a great way to start the week. So I'm like really
I
confused now.
see the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the end of my week. Well, is it? No. I mean, Sunday's sort of the start of my week.
I guess it depends on where you live or how you live. Because right now, although I'm in the United States and it's Sunday, if you go by when is my actual weekend where I get to do like, hang out with people and do everything, it actually ended yesterday on New Zealand and Australian time because it was Sunday yesterday. There. Does that
Yeah,
make
and
any
I
sense?
switched like I don't know how many months ago to like I don't work on like Friday, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I
kind
don't
of work
work on
whatever.
I don't work on Thursday, Friday. Like I don't do streams. In this, I do like a panel. I'll do a panel or if someone needs me to schedule it because of timing. But I try to keep my regular content off Thursday and Friday because that's my weekend, Thursday, Friday, the start
Yeah.
of it.
And I did
Yeah,
mine Friday, Saturday.
right. And then Saturday's my chill day. I do fun stuff late. I do a late stream at night on Saturdays. I usually, like I did this weekend. We just goofed off.
Man, people
Yeah,
need to get
you're
into
right.
the
You know
goof
what?
off weekends.
Grace has a good point here. Claire, it's the end because Monday is your you day. I get it. Like I do not like Mondays because it's the first day of the week and it always starts off with whatever can happen happens on Monday. Like boom, comes out of the box with all the problems from like that, right like that. Like I don't get to ease into the week ever on a Monday.
I don't mind Mondays. I have no strong feelings either way about Mondays.
Mm. Well, I think I do part of it I contribute myself because I'm usually so laid back on Sundays as a day of rest, as you would say, and I'm not doing anything. Like I do something like this, that this is totally enjoyable for me because it's just whatever it is. Like it has a plan of its own that I don't necessarily know what's going on. So that's fine.
Welcome to my world, and that's a good world.
I'm enjoying your world. Your world on Sunday has actually helped my world during the week. Like I'm better prepared for the rest of the week if I get to do something like this, which has been totally enjoyable. And so then when it comes to Monday, where it's all like, boots on the ground, let's get to business. Yeah, it's a little bit of a transition.
It's jarring.
Because like I'm not answering all the DMs on Sunday. I don't open my email. I don't
Yeah.
Yeah, I just if I do any research, it's just what I want to do to make myself feel better, but I don't do a lot of it. I start all that on Monday morning. So.
I know, and I always do the stuff I don't like first
Uh-huh.
because I
Yep.
won't do it. I'm like, just get the bad stuff out of the way.
Exactly. The bad stuff. But that's it. Like I hate that there is bad stuff. Like it's not really bad. It just could be annoying or nagging or just like not my favorite. I'd have
Exactly.
to
Like
say
emails. I hate emails.
mhm. I get a lot. Like I looked today. I didn't open it yet. I have 172 emails. And it was empty yesterday. Like what is going on? Like I think I subscribe to too much informational services to tell you the truth. I don't know. You guys can vote on it, but I think 172 informational emails is too much for one person. I think I've overextended myself, and I don't think I need that much. I think that I'm making my own problem here.
That is too
Seriously,
much.
it is too much.
And I
Like,
found I won't read them if they're emailed to me, just because I'm like, email is for work, and
well, when I'm researching, I do consider it like work ethic type behavior. So
well, then
that's
have it
why,
go
yeah.
automatically go into a folder for that. subject.
Well, it goes to the channel. It goes to the channel email. So like then I know it's about research that I've requested. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you
Instead of
can
like
even
spam.
sort it when it comes into your email, like sort it and be like, this is for.
Yeah, but each one is different. Like I couldn't do it by cases or stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like because each source is a multi platform source. Like we're talking like news organizations and people that cover different stuff and always about true crime or this that or legal documents. Like I get Pacer notifications and they're not going to sort themselves. It's just going to sort into a legal folder, maybe. But it won't go by case automatically for me because it just doesn't do that.
But at least
Because
you have them all in one folder.
I do. I have them basically. I do have it set up a little bit like that. Like, they're set up to like got to read, like, check first in legal, and then the rest is just sitting there. Like the check
Yeah.
first is like those are priority information places. Those are the ones like that I go to regularly that have the best information. So I always read those first. And then if I still have questions, I read the rest of the emails. But otherwise, I don't. Yeah.
Every once in a while, I just go in and delete them all. I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever.
I think I just randomly have to unsubscribe to a few if I haven't read them.
You
Yeah.
should be able to do like a mass unsubscribe, like sort by the word subscribe or unsubscribe.
Mhm.
And then you can set up a little
Yeah.
algorithm that'll be like bloop and take them all.
That sounds very technical and way too organized for me right now.
If you want to be annoyingly organized, just give me a call.
Okay. When in my work life, I was like that person. Like I could, I mean, we actually used to set up streamlined systems for small businesses, how to automate them. So it was a whole process on like, you had to function that way. So I try not to make my hobby too organized, but for what I actually like to do, talk about legal documents and in crime, in just cases that are interesting and stuff like that, and now that I do political, it's even worse. I think that's why there's 172 in there.
See, I even have my house like crazily organized. It took me years, but I have, got my system down.
Yeah. Rabbits, that would work if they were just random, but they're not random. Like they're like information I actually wanted for something, and then it just keeps coming.
Did you see, Rob? I don't have days, I have numbers. What is today?
What
September
is
3rd.
today? Today's the
Kinda.
third, kind of. Yes, it is the third. Yep. I don't. Yep. Okay. At least it isn't a pile of over 50s insurance. Cut your debts. Join our lottery. Donate to us or stuff that stores you bought one thing from three. Exactly, because I automatically unsubscribe and block those. I do because it goes to my channel email, which I try to keep just for the research and stuff that I've asked for, or from people that contact me because they have it, like, because it's listed on my channel. Like if you want to reach me for something in the
See,
email.
I have
But
a dummy email that I use for all those
well, since that's an
spam stuff.
AOL, listen, since that's an AOL email address, it's pretty much easy to me email address, although it does work. But it's ancient, and I did it as a joke, and nobody got it. Like nobody got it. like, like I, yeah. Anyway, it's actually an AOL. Can you believe it's an AOL email?
D-Rabbits, I have notebooks everywhere. I even have notebooks behind the cushions on my couch. So if I'm like sitting on the couch and think of something, I'm like, I have a notebook right here.
Rabbits, you don't want to talk notebooks from me because I'm sitting here. I'll be honest. I'm sitting here in my room, okay, on the edge of the bed, looking at the screen. And to the left of me is 3 notebooks, and to the right of me over there on the dresser is another 8. Yes, yes, because as I research, I take notes constantly. But I'm really looking forward to some new technology. A little birdie sent me some information on some new technology, and it actually will be arriving soon. It was a gift and I'm pleased about it, and I can't wait to start using it. It's supposed to help me. It's supposed to automate my notes into actual documents right away on the computer.
But
Doesn't that
some of
sound
my
wonderful?
notes, I like just being like, I have a notebook just for list. I'm like, I like to make list.
You too? I have
Oh.
spiral notebooks for that. I do a list a day. Do you do a list a day?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
and then sometimes
okay.
I do list of lists I wanna make. I mean, I love making a
We
list.
just we just nerded out the whole stream. Nobody's gonna watch us ever again. We just killed our channels, Juju. Oh god. Like, oh dude, we did it. We successfully killed our channels in one fell swoop. Whoop, whoop.
I like to look back at lists, and sometimes I make a list. Sometimes I make lists, and I'm like, okay, this has to be completed by this date, and then I'll go look at it and be like, I absolutely did not do all of those things.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's not Rocket that I'm aware of, Grace. I don't know the official name of it. When it comes in, I will talk to the person that was helping me with it, and maybe we'll do a stream on how to use it and the technology because it is really, really cool. But I'll be talking more about it in the future. It's very, very neat, and for someone like me, it looks like it would be a great thing, and for a lot of people, for a lot of different reasons, I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, look at there's a whole bunch
Look.
of list and notebook lovers in chat.
I know. Okay, so you guys are. Oh, isn't that nice? We
Do you
did.
get new notebooks for certain things? Like I'm starting a
I
new
do.
project, and I'm like, I get a new notebook. Like,
Wait. Okay, I'm going to actually make that even worse statement because yes, I do, but I actually have to pick the right one. Like sometimes, if it's something that's going to be with me for a long time, like I did just recently get back into my love of language and words and things like that. And sometimes I'll hear a phrase or a lyric from a song, like just part of it, not the whole song, just like a phrase, a turn. Somebody will say something that intrigues me. And I wanted a daily place to just put these little tiny things to go back to for inspiration and just to get ideas on topics to talk about or things I want to animate or do with like creatively. Like, or just even for just a simple like inspiration or just to
yeah,
a
I
giggle or
know, like
whatever.
something to fuel, like when you need to brainstorm or whatnot, or you just need. Yeah, I get that.
Hmm. Oh, yeah. Notebooks are great, rabbits. What do you mean you're not tattooing those on me? Wait, I don't have any tattoos, so you're gonna be my first tattoo? What are we talking about here? Are we pretentious enough for an adult spelling bee? I would do it, but I'm terrible. Nobody would do it with me. I can guarantee that because I am
I'll
so
do it.
super competitive. Are you sitting? I'm so competitive. Like I'm just horrible. Like
Claire,
horrible.
I'm absolutely competitive.
Hmm.
Let me let me tell you a couple stories. We were playing a game at my house, and my friend came over and took the game from us because I was getting too uptight. But first of all, follow the rules is all I'm saying. And if we establish the rules before the game, then we follow them.
Hmm.
But no, I'll do it. I'll do it with you. And I do get competitive, but I'm better now about just
Hmm.
enjoying the game and not having to win.
I am getting better at that, and I have to say that my friends have helped me kindly by kicking my ass, by absolutely torturing me over it relentlessly and making fun of me to the point where I was almost in tears because I thought they really didn't like me anymore. But actually, they got me over it, and they helped me enjoy the games a lot more.
Well,
And
I
I
came
like it.
from a very competitive family, and
Yeah, I
my
have brothers and all, and nobody plays with me in my family, Juju. No one. Not the cousins, not the nieces, the nephews, my family, my brothers, my sisters, my friends. No one will even play a poker game with me, a card game, a simple
really
video game. There's
clear.
only one.
Right, this seat I am in right now, behind me is a cabinet where I can easily reach the Book of Hoyle
Oh, wow.
in order to confirm the rules of whatever game.
Yeah.
Um,
But I'll buy a special pretty notebook was the point. Like the one I have for that is actually embossed and it's like fake leather because it wasn't really expensive, but it has the binder on it, like the little thing that
yeah, so it
like the
lasts longer
cord.
and won't get destroyed.
Yeah, and it's really hardcover, and the paper looks like really thick, like almost homemade paper, but it's not. It's a complete knockoff. It's a cheap version of something very expensive.
Now,
I'll tell
what's
you that.
your favorite kind of writing utensil?
A heavy pen.
Okay.
A heavy, smooth ink pen. I don't use I could see if I was a millionaire, and I didn't have to worry about time or doing things ever. Like I had a maid and a cook, and I never had to do anything else. I could actually see myself using a fountain pen and taking that long to write something. Like because the whole feeling of it, the whole creative artistic of just creating the word would satisfy a need in me without having to be like this big thing. Does that make any sense? I know that sounded so weird,
No, that
but
makes absolute sense.
yeah, there's some beauty in it. Like there's some artistic creativity in it that I need to express, and I'm not very artistic. I can't sing, I can't dance. I no longer play musical instruments. My poetry sucks. It's like a drunk 16-year-old that really shouldn't be out in public. Like I just like and lately my use of language has been failing me because apparently when I have angst about something, I'm much more precise in how I speak. But when I'm happy and carefree, I talk like a freaking idiot.
Oh, I know. That's but you know what? I always think I'm like, that's a mask. People just think you're a dummy, and then let them think it.
Mm-hmm. No. He said, I have taken up calligraphy. I have a whole set. I do. But my hands are very tight now, and I have to do things differently than how I used to do things in the past. I mean, I used to do a lot of things. I used to try to do, I used to have a huge craft room where I did nothing but crafts all the time. I made all of our ornaments for our trees. Anything that, like, even the like light poles you have for your fans and everything in your house, you could find ones that I made like all different ways, either out of corks or stained glass or even just putting things together. Like I tried to be creative with all kinds of bits, but my hands started to get really tight. And I want to still be able to write and type. And so I was told to like chill out. No more like marathon 17-page documentary things and stuff like that typing. I have to be a little more careful. And so I don't do calligraphy anymore because it's very precise. And I found that holding a calligraphy pen itself in the preciseness of the strokes was causing cramping in my hand like a lot. So I had to give it up. Yeah. I've had multiple surgeries myself, Grace, that actually released the tendons and the nerves for carpal tunnel because I was a business professional who typed nonstop 12 hours a day. And that's what happened there with that. On my last surgery was more than 10 years ago, so I'm due for another release actually. So they only last like 10 years. Well,
Do they
yeah,
really?
at least I don't have the pain. I don't have the pain anymore that I used to have. I really feel for people with carpal tunnel because that kind of nerve pain, just there's no way to get rid of that. No, I don't do commissions for avatars, but I know people who do, Kira. Um, but no, because
All
this
right,
avatar was a program. Like I didn't create it. Yeah, so,
Bitmoji.
yeah. And I did have it altered, so I couldn't get into Bitmoji rules and regulations. You know. This week on Claire's Stationary Review podcast. I know Rocky Couch, but you see, if you were actually expecting content on a Sunday at 7 o'clock, maybe I should have been a little more clear. We were going to talk about everything, and now I should add it to and nothing. And that's what the ... means. Like, we have no idea what's going to come up.
Yeah. I mean, we
Drunk.
love.
Yes, Rabbits, drunk 16-year-old poetry. I'm a beatnik. I told you that whole thing with Deaf Noodles. Didn't I give you that picture? The beret, the smoke in the room, like, like just poems that don't rhyme, just standing up there with my turtleneck, being all cool. Yeah. Cognac in my hand, making an ass out of myself. Yep, that's me.
Grace, I use Sharpie pens.
Mm-hmm. Do you collect different colors of Sharpies?
I no, I prefer black.
I do like black. And then because I was using Sharpies, people started sending me all the colored ones. And I'm like, why? Why do people use the colored ones? Like,
That's
I
what
don't know.
people do to me. They'll be like, "Oh, I found this because I know you like them," and I'm like, "I don't need green."
Mm.
So those my upstairs notebooks use those.
Mhm. And just to finish out the stationary review, I only write in black ink.
Me
Anything
too.
else is a fraud. It's a fraud, and I don't want to deal with it. Like the real deal is always in black ink. That's how I feel about it. That's it. I get very, very opinionated about the ink. Okay.
I
Oh,
like
the
it.
drug. Yeah, I'm just saying that that's how bad my poetry is. It's actually I'm just that bad. I just sound like that even when I'm not drunk, rabbits. That's the crime of it all. It's just that bad. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm probably being harder on myself. I'm just saying I wouldn't call myself a poet or anything like that. Like, I would say I try to be creative. That's it. In all different kinds of ways. I think you're the same, Juju. You do, but we don't want to have a label on us because that means we would have to do stuff. I hate
Exactly.
labels. I don't. I don't want a label that makes me do anything.
I'm just out here bopping to my own beat.
Mhm. Black coat, black shoes. That's me. Black hair, not so much, rabbits. It's red all the way from the day I was born. Same exact color right now as it was the day I was born, and I plan on
Really?
keeping it that way. Yep. Until the day it goes completely white or whatever, or falls out of my head, which it has prior and came back, but still, I'm just saying, nope, not black hair. I've never dyed it ever.
I mean, good on you. I dye mine all the time. I have always.
I
But I
didn't
switched
even know.
from like blonde to dark.
Yeah,
But
blonde, dark. Yeah.
well, now I'm blonde and I'll be blonde forever because I'm super white slash gray haired. And you can't keep up with that. The roots
Mm.
with dark hair.
I am just always been. I guess because people always picked on me for my hair anyway, and they were always going to notice. I wasn't going to do anything else to it to like make anybody like really make it stick out.
I've
You
just
know.
always colored my hair. I don't know why. I just like it.
Mhm. And
But
plus,
now
I
am
kind of get
sad that
a
I'm stuck in the blonde world.
yeah, but I kind of get amused because I would go like to a hairdresser and get my hair done and everything like that, and they would actually use my hair to try to model for everybody else who wanted red hair, and nobody could ever match it. Like, and I would get amused by this. So the hairdressers were all talking like, "You've got the hair that everybody like wants, so like, don't dye it." The most I ever did was like a clear cellophane, and that's like, that conditioning thing they put on your hair when you dye it to close the shafts afterwards, like because it
Hmm.
gets all well, a clear cellophane is without the coloring. Like that's what it is. It's just that process that seals the hair shaft to make it shiny and manageable. That's the most I ever did. And I would do it at the end of the summer after I was all frazzled out. Well, that was
See,
when I
I
was younger.
oil
Like,
my hair, but I have curly hair. So I have to put oil on it because curly hair is
mhm,
naturally dry.
I have
And I also go
wavy.
swimming a lot. So I
Mm,
put
that
argan
does a
oil in my.
number. Yeah, argan oil is the best to protect it. Yeah. I love that stuff. It's expensive, but I love it. A little dab will do you. I love
Yeah,
that.
it lasts for. You don't need too much of it.
Nope, nope. Little tiny bottle lasts me quite a while, but I have wavy, thick. Let's see. I have hair on hair on hair on hair. Okay, I have like the kind of hair that I'm not kidding. I had to shape a triangle on the back of my head just to keep it to lay down flat because otherwise it would stick out both sides, like because it's just so much. It's not that it's kinky or wavy or anything like that. There was just so much of it. Like I have hair on hair, thick, too much hair.
Yeah, I
Like,
have really thick hair too. Although I don't know, got anxiety and like half my hair fell out, and I'm like, we need to work on that.
mm, I I don't know. Well, can you believe we did 2 hours again about absolutely nothing, but we did solve a couple of cases. Well, that's good.
I believe
Yeah.
it.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
wrap it up though.
We should wrap it up. I actually there's a stream after ours today. We have a friend in the chat. I'm just gonna drop this link. I'm not gonna ask any of the mods to do it. I'll just do it right there. I believe Mousy goes on after us. Um, for anybody that wants to go chat and everything with the fishes. But please note, um, she's allocated well, and she's paid for her crime, the original crime. Um, well, I don't really have much to say about the current batch of sea monkeys, but I will say this, Juju, those blue snails. Have you watched the blue snail? Are they not beautiful, Mousy?
Yeah.
They all right. Okay, all right. Listen, you may not get 10 million subscribers having a fish tank channel, but what you're going to get is a couple of happy people that like watching it. Because let me tell you how calming and relaxing that is. I'll put it on at night and I've been watching the snails in like I just have one request. Like next time you leave the tank on all night, I want snails, lots of snails. Like, can you do that tank that has the big snails in it? Because that was so relaxing, just the way they move, and graceful. And I've never seen a blue snail. I didn't know blue snails existed. They were actually pretty.
Well, and her snails set up a leaf as like a little slide, and they just kept sliding the other night.
I know,
It was
like,
really
right?
cute.
They were playing, weren't they? It was like I've never seen anything like it. And it was quite calming. And I actually watched it for a while I was doing some research and everything. And it was like very peaceful. And I have to give you credit for doing something that just makes you happy and then sharing that little piece of happiness with everybody else because it's contagious. And thank you. I like it. So I don't know about anybody else, but I appreciate it, Mousy. So thank you for sharing that with us. Original crime, are you saying that Mousy ate the forbidden fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil? Yes, Liam. Yes, I am. There we have it. Case closed.
All right, let's shut it down.
Let's do that. That was the key word. Isn't that what you said? Shut it down? Okay.
Yep.
That's it. You don't have to tell me twice. Thank you, everybody, for tolerating us on doing all of this ridiculousness. I have fun doing it. You think we'll come back next week? What do you think?
I believe we will.
I believe we will. And in the meantime, I'll see you all. I am going to be out here Monday. I'm trying to get over my Monday fear, Juju. I'm being brave. I'm being really brave. I'm going to actually try to do another true crime because there's so much of it Monday as well as Tuesday. I'm going to try.
Really?
Yeah. Because I hate Monday so much. And I'm like, I'm holding it responsible for too many ills in my life. So I'm trying to get over it little by little. Well, we'll see.
So you
we'll see
gotta
how
do
it
fun
goes.
stuff on Monday.
Well, believe it or not, murder, legal crimes, smelly legal briefs, bad lawyers, that is fun for me.
Me too.
So that's what I'm doing on Monday. Like, that is kind of my fun. That's my jam. That is.
Yeah, I'm like, I need to relax. Let's talk murder.
We will talk some murder on Monday and Tuesday. And in the meantime, let's if you're so inclined, I dropped the link. Mousy will be going live in another half hour or 45 minutes or something like that. Check the time. It's very relaxing. I have no idea what's going to go on over there. I hold no responsibility for whatever happens to you over there. I'm just saying I like it. And you can like it or not. Like, I just like it. It's a lot of fun. And that's where I'm going to be for a little while. Thank you all for joining us. Juju did tell me I had to quit, and I lied and said we were quitting. And then I started talking again. So now I'm just going to hold up my end of the bargain and say, don't forget to join Juju also on Fridays because she's regular now. We have another thing where we could do absolutely nothing if we choose to over in another chat on Friday nights. Okay. And you all know everybody in the chat has a channel. Y'all should just go wherever you are celebrated and don't worry about so much what everybody else is doing. Do what makes you happy. Do what you are comfortable with and what you feel free, because in the end, the last thing I'm going to go out with, and Juju's going to go, okay, here she goes. She's on a box. We're never getting the fuck out of here now. But listen, whatever you do, make sure it makes you happy, because you are the only one you have to answer to. That's your sleep you're losing. That's your nagging feeling at the end. That's your regret. So do what makes you happy. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, it should be fine with everybody else. So there you go. On that, Juju. Sorry, I had to. Oh, it must be Sunday. Hey, any last words?
No.
That was a statement. I heard that loud and clear. Okay, we're out. Bye.
Good night, all.
Good night, all.